Well, we can say it.
Welcome to Judge Rinder. Michelle is his helper today, and we have an audience.
Yes.
And the first
Is
two people
who
who have come for me to hear their case. Right. Who's going to start first? Who's telling the story? Is it the squirrel or the sheep?
A squirrel's twin, was it?
Right. Come on then, squirrel. What's happening?
What does it say?
The squirrel.
Yes. Well then, what's happening is a sheep is stealing my nuts.
What?
How do you got to say sheep?
Excuse me, sheep. You need to speak properly and clearly so I can tell what you are saying. Now, why did you take the nuts?
How do you say about that? Just say I took the nuts because I like them.
Well, that is all well and good. But you should have asked Squirrel. We might have shared them with you.
How dare you tell me to ask me? I hate asking.
Oh, well, that's not very polite, is it?
I'm a sheep. Sheep's are never polite.
Okay. Right. Well, what you have to understand is the squirrel has to go and find all those nuts, and it's very, very hard work. And then for somebody to come and just simply steal them, that's not very good at all. I understand why Squirrel has got so upset. What do you think, Michelle?
Did you see?
I agree, Judge. I don't think it's very nice. I wouldn't like it if somebody came and stole things off me. Right, I think we can settle this case straight away.
What did you say?
The squirrel is in the right, and the sheep is in the wrong. So, Mr. Sheep will have to pay Squirrel £2 for all the nuts that he has stolen. And that is my final verdict.
I won't pay £2.
Yes, you will.
Can I just pay £1 instead?
No.
£1.10.
£1.50 and that's it.
More £1.15. So I high more auction.
If you carry on arguing with me, I will get a policeman to come and take you to jail.
Do we have one in the audience? Where? Mr. Mickey?
Yes, there is a policeman in the audience. So I think you should just leave the court and make sure you pay the money to Squirrel. Because if you don't, you'll just end up back here again.
How much did I say? Okay, I'll count 50, like you say.
Okay then.
I don't want to come back here again, so I accept your verdict.
Case dismissed.
Michelle, show him about. Yes. I'm back, George. But are you ready for this case, which is 2 daisies? What is this case about?
Before we start, are you twins?
What do we say?
Yes, we are. Then why on earth are you in a court? That must mean you are arguing over something.
What do we say? What do we say back?
What's the problem? So, well, Judge.
What are your names first? What is your name on this side?
I'm Delilah.
I'm told you're Ugolum.
Dorothy.
So what is your case today, Delilah and Dorothy?
My name is Dorothy, and I want to complain about Delilah. Because,
What did she do?
well, Judge, we wanted to buy a car. And what we said was, because we always go out together to do the shopping and everything else, because we're twins, we would both put money into the car. I would pay half and Delilah would pay half. Yes, that sounds very good. That's a good idea. So what is the problem then? Well, Judge, we picked a car, a lovely bright red one that we both liked, and just to make it easier, I paid for it with my card, with my bank card, because I knew Delilah would give me the money later. Yes, I understand. But, Judge, we've had the car now for 2 months, and she still hasn't paid me the money. So I told her she can't use the car because it's not hers, it's mine. I paid for it. And then she got really upset. Okay, so then what do you have to say, Delilah? I'm really upset, Judge. I can't carry my shopping from the supermarket. I have to get a taxi now, and there's a car there that I could go in. Yes, I know this, but why didn't you pay your half of the money and then you could share the car and you wouldn't have a problem? Oh, well, I just thought, well, Dorothy's already paid for it, so I don't need to. And I just expected her to take me shopping and everything, and to the cinema and see my friends. Right. Well, I'm afraid in the real world that's not going to happen, Dorothy. What do you mean it's not going to happen? Order! Order in my court. I'm speaking. Sorry, Judge. Right. There's a very simple way to sort this all out. What's this in my court?
I just come to see you, George.
Well, stay there and be quiet.
Look, it's cold, Dorothy. It's cold.
Right. The solution to this problem is either you pay your money to your sister, and if you don't, then she has every right to use the car for herself. And if you want to get a ride to the supermarket, then I suggest you give her some petrol money to help out with the costs. What do you say to that? I don't know, Judge. I don't know what to do. Well, you've 2 choices. You need to make a decision before I can let you out of my court. I suppose, Judge, you're right. I should have paid the money for the car. I'm so sorry, Dorothy. Will you forgive me? Yes, I will. Does this mean you're going to pay me my money? Yes. I apologise for taking so long. Well, that's a really good result. What do you think, Michelle? Yes, it's nice when people get together and make up their differences. Right then. I think we've done here, Michelle. I think it's a case dismissed. Come on, girls. I'll show you the way out.
Thank you, Michelle. Right, let's see who we have next. I think we should have Minnie Mouse and the bird.
And what, may I ask, is the problem here, Minnie? Well, the thing is, I keep hanging my washing out on the line, and this bird keeps coming and pooing on it. And I have to take it all in again and wash it again.
Where's the dusty go, Chat?
Ooh, that's not very nice, bird. Can't you do it somewhere else and not on people's washing? Well, sorry, Judge. I can't help it. When I'm flying, it just comes out. And I can't say where it's going to land. Well, I'm sorry. That is just not good enough. You need to make sure you're flying over empty fields or roads or even over a river. But don't be flying where people have got their clean washing hanging on the line. What do you think, Minnie? I agree, Judge. There is no reason for him to keep doing that. I just have to keep re-washing everything. Right, bird. Are you going to try your best? No, I'm not. I'm a bird. I can't help it when I poo. I'm not a human being that goes to the toilet, you know. Oh dear. Well, I don't know what to say about this case. It's a very strange one. I understand what you're saying, bird.
I also said you should do the Spider-Man. I think we should make doing it. Maybe do you think that's a good choice? Just make doing it. It can't be that bad. What do you think, maybe? Just we go to the room and let him pull up your washing.
Yes, I know, but then I have to wash it again.
It can't be that bad, maybe. Just listen to me, maybe. Listen to what I'm saying. Just we'll go to your house. Or maybe you could kill a bird.
Oh! Don't say that in my court.
As I say.
Because that would be murder. And then you would be back here having a proper trial and you could end up in jail. At the end of the day, the bird is just an animal. And animals can't be expected to know these things.
So we should just...
Have you thought, Minnie,
we should just kill it.
about buying a tumble dryer or one of those new air things that blow heat up inside them and dry things, or even put them over an ordinary airer in the house? Oh, well, I know, Minnie, but you can't just say to a bird, don't fly there and don't fly there. They just go everywhere, don't they?
Birds go everywhere.
So, I'm sorry, Minnie, but I can't find in your favour. I'm afraid.
That is
Case dismissed.
I just maybe say, Gotcha, have you got a case? Are you happy?
I'm not very happy, but I suppose the judge is right.
So, where should you cut your washing? Where should you cut your washing instead, or did he say?
Well, one of my neighbours has got like a roof over their decking. Maybe I could put my airer out there and it would dry on the decking. But because there's a roof, the bird poo wouldn't go on my washing. Good idea, says Michelle.
Yes, that's a great idea. And now we are ready for the best case, which is goofy and a dog. Yes. So who'll describe this case? Which one of you, a dog or Goofy?
Hello, my name's Goofy.
So what's that to his dog when you come to court with his dog today, Goofy?
Well, the problem is, this dog follows me everywhere I go, and I don't want it to. It's always making a yap, 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 yap sound, and it really gets on my nerves. Yap, 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 yap. Excuse me, dog. I'm speaking,
Order.
and this is my court, and I will have order in it. Yap, 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 yap. Now, Judge, do you understand my problem? I can't go anywhere without this dog making that yapping sound. Okay, so dog, it's obvious you really like Goofy, or you wouldn't be following him around. But the thing is, that yap, 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 yap can get very annoying. So instead of making that noise, why don't you just talk to Goofy and enjoy a conversation with him?
Because sure dogs can talk. Dogs can't talk.
Well, Goofy is an animal, Minnie Mouse is an animal, and they can talk. I'm sure you could.
Yak, 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 yak.
Oh dear.
All we could do is yak if we can't get a word out, George.
Well then, I think you need to be where there are lots of other dogs and you could enjoy their company and play with them, and somebody will be there to look after you and make sure you've got food and something to drink, and they'll play games and let you run around the gardens. What do you think of that? Yap, 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 yap.
Who can use yes? Case dismissed. Are you happy you got that case, Goofy?
Oh, I can't tell you how happy. I can't wait to stop hearing that blooming noise.
Because the dog will go because the other dog friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, the best case is a Tigger and a cat.
Now then, Tigger, what's your problem with this cat?
How does he say?
Well, Your Honour, he's not my cat, but he keeps coming into my house. I think he thinks he lives here, but he doesn't. How long have you lived in this house, Tigger? Only a few months, Judge. Right. I wonder if maybe this is the house where the cat used to live, and it just keeps coming back because it remembers the house.
So what's the cat doing with the house then? What's the cat doing with the house?
Because cats do remember places like that.
What did you...
Even dogs would. So I think he's just coming to visit his old home.
Oh.
What you need to do, Tigger,
Is what?
is to find out where he lives now and go and talk to the people who own him and explain what's happening. Oh, I hadn't thought of that, Judge.
What's the cat doing if he comes in your garden? What's he doing, that cat?
He's not really doing anything, Judge.
What does he do? What's the conquering him then?
Well, because he's not my cat and he keeps going in the house. And I'm a little bit allergic to cat fur. And then it makes me sneeze all the time.
What does it just say about that?
Well, I understand your problem. But like I say, I think the best thing to do is to go and talk to the owners and explain what's happening. And then they might be able to stop it. Yes, Judge, that seems a very good idea to me.
Yes, so that means we can dismiss a case. Case dismissed. Miss Creakle Quiz, we had Mickey Mouse and a Green Goblin.
Good morning, Mickey Mouse. Now, would you like to tell me what your problem is? I would, Judge. This is the Green Goblin, and he's a decorator. And so, when I wanted my kitchen painting, I found his name in the adverts that said he was a decorator. So he came to visit and he looked around my kitchen and he told me it would cost £100 for him to paint the walls. And I agreed. Is this right, Mr. Goblin? Yes, Judge. Okay, so what's happened then, Mickey? Well, Judge, he came and he started to paint, and then he said, could I pay him his money because he needed some more paint? So I did, I paid him the £100. And off he went. But he never came back, Judge. Is this what happened, Goblin? Well, sort of. I did mean to go back, but then I got busy doing something else. That's not good enough. So, Judge, said Mickey, I've now got a kitchen that's half painted. One side of it is yellow, which is the colour I wanted, but the other side is red. And it just looks so silly. And I haven't got any money to pay another decorator because I've given it to the Goblin.
Oh dear, Cozy, it's a custody, says Michelle. What colour?
I wanted it all yellow.
All yellow.
Yeah, and he's only done half of it.
Half of it yellow, half of it red.
Well, the red was the colour that was on before and I'd gone off it. So I wanted to change the colour.
So, how come we half of it was yellow and just so red there?
Because he didn't finish the job. And I'm getting really upset about it. It looks awful.
Where's your car? Oh, we went cut half.
Would you like your kitchen half and half like that, Michelle? No, I don't suppose I would. Right, let me have a think about this, says the judge. Right, Goblin. You cannot take payment for a job and then not finish it. This is not good enough. But Judge, shh! I'm talking.
Talking.
Thank you. Now, this is all wrong. You can't just do half a job and expect to be paid. That's not the way things work. So, you either go back and finish the work, or you give Mickey his £100 back. Why should I have to do that, Judge? I've done half of it. I should only have to give him 50. No, you've caused him upset and worry. So, you either go and do the job, or you give him his full money back. Well, that doesn't seem very fair. will you stop interrupting, please? This is my court,
Who's interrupting?
Mr. Goblin. Right. You either do one of the things I've said, or we'll get the policeman to arrest you. The choice is yours.
Where's the go with him?
Oh, I really don't want to go back to that man's house. I will pay him the £100 then. Excellent.
Excellent. So case dismissed.
Mickey is very happy now.
Michelle, let's talk about the case.
What did you think about that, Michelle?
Let's go back here and talk about it. What did you think, Mickey, about the case?
I'm really pleased I get my £100 back, and now I can pay a decorator, one that will finish the job hopefully and make my kitchen look really nice. So I'm very happy.
So, great, you two. It was a good talk about the case. And I hope the best mobs is this lady and Captain Hook. What's this case?
I don't know.
Captain Hook? What's your case between that lady?
This lady keeps complaining about me because you see, Judge, my problem is there is a crocodile that follows me around and it goes tick tock, tick tock.
Like a clock.
Exactly like a clock. Well, I live in a flat and this lady lives in the flat below me. So we share the garden space. And unfortunately, every time I go in the garden, I hear this tick tock, tick tock.
Like a clock.
Yes, and then I have to run away because I know it's the crocodile. So this lady gets really upset because she can't go in the garden because there's a crocodile.
What would a crocodile do if it saw that lady? What would it do?
It might bite her. But what can I do? It just follows me all the time. Look, it bit off my hand.
Is that where you got a hook here?
Yes.
You got a hook over your hands.
And that's why I'm called Captain Hook.
Or is that why you got a hook because the crocodile get your hand off?
Yes, Judge.
So Captain Hook, why did you have to get a hook? Or could you get a hand cut on? Why did you have to have a hook?
Because I'm a pirate, and a pirate doesn't have a false hand. They have a hook. Okay, right. Well, lady, I can well understand that you don't want to go in the garden when there's a crocodile coming in. I don't really know what to say. This is a very, very strange case. I've never, in all the years I've been doing this job, heard such a strange story. I don't know what to say. How can we get rid of a crocodile?
Just for sure her ideas.
What do you think, Michelle? Well, Judge, I think the only way to solve this problem is to contact the RSPCA, because they come and rescue all sorts of animals, and they'll take the crocodile and put it somewhere safe where it can't hurt anybody and it can swim about and enjoy itself. Good thinking, Michelle. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Right. Michelle will find the number for the RSPCA and then we'll give them a call, and hopefully, if you go into your garden, the crocodile will appear, and then they can capture it and take it away, and then you won't have a problem, either of you. Oh, I can't imagine not having to listen to tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Thank you so much, Judge Rinder, said Captain Hook. And thank you, Judge. At least I'll be able to go out and sit in my garden when it's a nice sunny day.
Yes, that's brilliant. So I could dismiss your case. Case dismissed.
That was a very good outcome, Michelle, wasn't it? Yes, Judge. I'll just go and find that phone number for them.
Okay, Mom.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, just how Michelle's getting a home, let's get him a best case, which is an old granny and a young lady. Young lady and an old granny. So what is her case?
Right. Good morning to you both. Now, what seems to be the problem here?
Where's Michelle, says a Mrs. on his side.
Oh, Michelle, have you finished? Have you got them the phone number?
Yes.
Come on then.
What is a home number? Come back to your side and tell us a home number. What is it, Michelle?
362259. And they're going to phone it, and hopefully everything will be sorted out then.
Yes.
Right.
Let's see what your case against Granny and his missus is.
Right.
Who's a square with it? A Granny or a young lady?
The young lady, because she's at that side. It's
Yes.
always the person at that side. Right. What's your problem, young lady?
We get soldier. We get Granny. What can Granny do?
Well, Judge, the problem is the granny likes ballroom dancing. And we live in semi-detached houses that are joined on. And she's always playing music for ballroom dancing, but she plays it very, very loudly. Oh, this is strange, isn't it, Michelle? It's normally the young people making all the noise, not the older ones.
What did Michelle say about
That's
it?
true, that's true. What do you have to say, old lady? Look, I'm not playing it that loud. It's just because she doesn't like that sort of music. She's always complaining. I've never had such trouble. The people who lived there before never complained about my music. So why is she?
As I just say.
All right, don't get upset. Let's just calm down, please.
Yes, you have to calm down.
Right, young lady, what have you got to say about that? Well, Judge, I've even recorded it on my phone and you can hear it. Shall I play my phone for you?
Yes, play your home, says the judge.
Right. Here we go then. La da 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 wa da da. La, all right, that's quite enough. Goodness me, turn it off.
What does Michelle say?
That was very loud. That was very loud, Judge. Yes, I agree. What I'm thinking, though, Michelle, is this. Do you think maybe the old lady is a little bit deaf? Oh, maybe, Judge. Go round behind her and say something quietly, and let's see if she can hear you. Okay, says Michelle.
Say something, Michelle.
She's stuck behind her.
Hello? Huh? Hello?
Who's shouting behind me? That was very noisy. Right, Michelle, thank you very much.
Sorry.
I
You're
think,
going to do it quiet. How did you heard it?
yes, I think we've solved the problem here.
So her sister got old lady and can she, what sort of noises can she hear?
Well, because she's old, she's obviously going a bit deaf. So, I'll talk a bit louder so to be sure that the lady can hear me. What you need to do, my dear, is go and have your hearing tested. And then they'll let you know if there is any problem. And if there is, they can get you an hearing aid. Or another solution, you could wear headphones to plug in to your music, and then only you would be able to hear it. And because you've got those on, you probably hear it better anyway. Oh, right, Judge, I hadn't thought. Right, well, now you've explained all this to me, can I apologise to the young lady? Certainly. Young lady, I'm really sorry. I must have been putting it up really loud, but to me it didn't sound loud, it just sounded normal. I'm so sorry. I will do what the judge said. I will go and get my ears tested, but until I can get an appointment, I put some earphones in so only I can hear the music. Oh, well, that's really nice, thank you, old lady. Maybe we could become a bit more friendly now we're neighbours and we're not going to have all the noise. Yes, I would like that. Ooh, what a great way to end a case, says Michelle.
Yes, case dismissed. Let us kick off, Michelle. All right then. Come
I think
back.
they're both happy, Judge.
Yes.
Now we've solved the problem.
The next case would be a him case is Gaker and a duck. So, Mr. Gaker, what's the colour of this duck?
Right, my lord, what's happening is I have to get up really, really early to bake the bread. We have to get the ovens warm, bake all the bread, get it ready so that when people come to the shop at 8 or 9 o'clock, there's bread for them. Yes, I understand that. You do a very important job. Thank you. But the problem is the duck, and I have to say some of his friends keep coming around to the back of my bakery, and you'll understand I have to have the door open because it's very, very warm. And then they come skittling in and start pecking at the bread, taking bites out of it. They're ruining it.
So I've got care. Is it a hug duck? Is a hug of a duck of your friends?
Yes, it
Had you got to
certainly
go?
is. What have you got to say, Duck, about this? Well, what can we do? The smell when he's cooking his bread is so wonderful. It smells delicious. And it just draws us in, and we can't help it. I'm really sorry, Judge, but I think you'd find it hard not to want a bite when it smells so nice.
Heard you just say I had to go to it's so nice.
Well, I know what you're saying, Duck. There is nothing like the smell of fresh bread. But you can't just go in and keep ruining them. That's not very nice. Why don't you let the baker, I'd bet every day you've got some bread left, haven't you, Mr. Baker? Well, yes, I sometimes have a couple of loaves. Well then, there's your answer to the problem. When that wonderful smell starts wafting out the door, break up the bread and put the crumbs just outside the door. And then the duck and his friends can eat that. What do you say, Duck?
What do you say?
Well, that would be very kind of the baker, and we would enjoy doing that, because we do like to nibble on some bread. Because sometimes people come to the lake and throw bread, but it doesn't taste as nice as the baker's. Right, Baker, does that sound okay to you? I'm sure it does, Judge, because the bread's no good anyway. I can't sell it the day after, really, when I'm baking fresh. So that's a good idea. Okay, Duck, is that all right if the baker puts you some bread out?
How much bread?
Quite a bit, I think. But if he does that, you must not go in and start pecking on the fresh loaves. No. Okay, Judge. I think that's quite fair. Right then. If everybody's happy...
Case dismissed. All right, take his toolkit out, Michelle. Yes, we should take her out. Now let's see how I feel about her case. Stop with Ogre. Right, how did you hear about her case?
Well, I'm quite happy to give Duck and his friends any spare bread I've got. I don't know why I didn't even think of that myself, really. And Duck, are you going to be good now and not going to the baker's?
Yes,
Of course.
I'll try butter.
If he's going to be putting us some bread out, I'm very grateful. That will be really nice. Tell Judge Rinder, thank you very much for sorting out our case.
Yes. Goodbye, you two. And it's time for our last case. The last case of this morning is... It's Tigger and this little girl. And this little girl this Tigger's got balloons in front of him. Tigger's like balloons. So Tigger, that's the case. That's a girl done to you. A little girl. What's she done?
Judge. I was in the park and there was a lady selling balloons and I bought some. These ones. Lovely red ones. Yes, they are very nice, Tigger.
Was it this lady here?
Yes.
At her back?
Yes.
This lady?
Yes.
Was just come Mr. Tigger?
Yes. I was selling the balloons, yes. So then.
Here comes Michelle. She's got come. Got her caught.
So Tigger, what happened then? Well, I was walking along, enjoying my balloons. They were bobbing away in the bit of breeze and I was holding very tightly, Judge, because I didn't want them to blow away. No, of course not. But then this little girl came running past me and she just simply grabbed the balloon string and ran away. Oh dear. And I was very upset, Judge, because I was really, really enjoying them. And I paid money for them. And I couldn't afford to go and get some more. Right, come on, little girl, what you got to say about all this? Well, George, they just look so much fun. And I thought, I bet I can get those off that Tigger. Right. Do you know what it means to steal things? What do you mean, George? I only took the balloons off Tigger. That's not stealing, is it? Of course it is, stupid girl. You can't just go and take things that don't belong to you. How would you feel if you'd bought some balloons and somebody came and took them?
What does she say?
Well, I suppose I'd be a little bit upset. I'm sure you would.
Sit up, lady.
I'm sure you'll be more than a little bit upset. It's enough to make somebody cry. Someone coming and taking their balloons.
Yes.
Exactly, Judge. I said to Paul, that's really upset me. And Paul said, don't worry, we'll get them back.
He is cool there. He's just going to a court book.
So, with Paul's help, I went and got them back off the little girl. And then all she did was scream and cry and throw a tantrum. And everybody was looking at me like I was the one doing something wrong. And it wasn't my fault, it was her who took them off me first. Right, yes, I understand. I suppose you felt bad then, Tigger. Well, yes, I did. But if she would have come and said to me, can I have a little share and play with you with the balloons? I would have said yes. Of course you can play with us. But no, she just wanted to take them. Right. Now then, little girl, you have to understand, you cannot just go and take things that do not belong to you. It's not good at all. Luckily, Tigger got his balloons back, but he was right to bring you here. You need sorting out. You need to know what is right and what is wrong. So, I'm going to send you to some special classes where you learn all about what happens if you start breaking the law. Because you could end up in jail, and that wouldn't be very nice, would it? No, Judge, it wouldn't.
Michelle! Look, does she need some tissues?
Yes, I think she does.
Get her some tissues.
Here you go, now calm down. Nobody's sending you to jail. Right. Can I have some order in my court? Policeman! Where's the police? I've changed my mind. I'm not sending this girl to classes. I need the policeman to take her straight away to jail. Come on, policeman.
Yes, I'm here.
This is ridiculous.
What's she done to Michelle?
Are you okay, Michelle?
Because say she hurt me.
Well, she's hurt me, Judge. Right. Well, the policeman will sort her out now.
Off to prison.
Off to prison. Goodness.
And the Chris is back in the audience.
I've never seen such bad behaviour.
And the Chris is in prison with a little girl.
I just can't believe that. What a tantrum. Anyway, we've sorted it now, Tigger. You've got your balloons back, and that little girl will learn a good lesson.
Yes.
She will learn to behave.
And right now she's in prison. Case dismissed. Michelle would like to take her out to a school about this case. Call there, you'll come too. So, how did you heal after the case? How did you heal?
Well, what did you think about it all, Paul? Well, I was quite shocked at the way the little girl reacted. You wouldn't do that in a court.
And what did she do to you, Michelle? What did she do to you?
She was thumping me and kicking me, and she really, really hurt me.
What does Cougar say?
Never mind. She's gone to jail now.
We got
And
police
the lady balloon seller says, goodness, what a morning. I can't believe this has all happened in front of Judge Rinder.
Why can't you go again? Oh,
Because people normally behave in his court. I wouldn't dare argue and throw a tantrum in his court. Me neither, said Tigger. You've got to be respectful when you're in Judge Rinder's court, or he'll have something to say. Too right I will. I will not tolerate bad behaviour in this courtroom. That is why we always have the policeman ready, in
yes.
case there's any trouble, and then the policeman can deal with it.
Yes, så där ser du inte, jag ser du går så, it's like it's so to see, it's after move, mugger, go go everyone.